Player one, tell me what's happening. This one likes to go by new swear words. I'm giving out $3,000 for a right answer. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. If Christianity were taken over by the Church of the Subgenius, which of these expressions would most likely become tantamount to using the Lord's name in vain? Gene Almighty! Oh, Todd, damn it! I swear to Bob! Or, for Kristen's sake! Okay, any religion that tells you to pray to a guy named Todd is not a religion. It's an organized sport. Player one, what do you say? Here's what you should have picked. The symbol for the Church of the Subgenius is a guy named J.R. Bob Dobbs. Yeah, and the worst thing you could tell someone in the church is that you hope they become normal. Your turn, player two. What's it gonna be? Pucker up for Backdoor Man or Saint. $2,000 says you don't know this one.
Get ready to rock and roll. It's an analogy question. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jim Morrison is to Mr. Mojo Rising as Val Kilmer is to what? Mr. Iceman, Mr. Jim Morrison, Mr. Difficult to Work With, or Mr. Elk Vile? Val Kilmer played Jim Morrison just like Jim Morrison played Mr. Mojo Rising. You need to get out of the house more often. Player one, it's yours if you want it. Mind if I call you Lizard King? Like the man says, Mr. Mojo Rising is an anagram for Jim Morrison, and Mr. Elk Vile is an anagram for Val Kilmer. Or Val may have gotten that name from all the research he's done in the field of North American moose reproduction. Getting those samples is hard work. Category time. Player two, it's your call. The category? Hey, this war is great! Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Flash, this just in from the front. The year is 1917. America has entered a world war. Based on the nickname for U.S. World War I infantrymen, which spokesfigure might you find fighting alongside our boys on the front lines? The Pillsbury Doughboy, Charlie Tuna, Ben and Jerry, or Juan Valdez? Take a shot. American infantrymen of World War I were called doughboys. The Pillsbury Doughboy wasn't much of a soldier. If the enemy poked him in the stomach, he'd drop his weapon and start giggling. You have the honors, player two.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head for, yeah!
Let's see what we got going. Wise guys in outerwear. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. When did Al Capone need a Chicago overcoat? When it rained, when he went to jail, when he had sex, or when he died? Player two. A Chicago overcoat is gangster slang for a coffin. But Al's wasn't very flattering. It made him look cold and stiff. I wonder what player two's gonna pick.
Let's blow this time and head for number 5.
Coming at you. Hungry? This one's worth $1,000. All right, get ready and solve this analogy. Eve is to rib as lamb chop is to what? Adam, mint jelly, sock, or mutton? Player, just as Eve was created from a rib, lamb chop is a hand puppet made from a sock. Which begs the question, Sherry Lewis, puppet genius or just a really bad dresser? Player two, give me something. And I believe this one's called Reasons Not to Buy a Watch from the Guy in a Raincoat. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. If the watches and artist Salvador Dali's Persistence of Memory were to be promoted in a commercial, what tagline would be most appropriate? Takes a punching and keeps on munching, takes a belting and keeps on melting, takes a cleaning and keeps on screaming, or takes a whacking and keeps on quacking. All yours, player one. The clocks and Dolly's Persistence of Memory all appear to be melting. To which I say, hey, Dolly, keep your swatch away from the heater. Player one, your choice. What are we doing? Uh-oh, Elmer Fudd Dime Store.
It's time for a Quivers Henchman.
Take a look at your gibberish category. Strange high school orchestra tales. This question's gonna start out at 5,000 big ones. All right, as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some cash every second and a half. Okay, pay attention and tell me, what cliche does this rhyme with? A fiddle nerd sold pee. First hint, you say it if you know someone's secret. Is it yanny yanny ha? Player two, it's in your court. Type it. Never trust a little birdie.
Traitor!
Player two, take your pick. Shake hands with sex, drugs, and British law. How does $2,000 sound? Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If musicians had to adhere to the Magna Carta, what might rock fans have seen? King Crimson consulting with Parliament, the Cars moving to opposite side of the street, Queen deporting foreign-born Freddie Mercury, or Prince relinquishing interest in America? Player two. Since the Magna Carta made the King of England consult Parliament before passing laws and raising taxes, it could have also made King Crimson consult George Clinton's funk band Parliament before deciding on which knee-high boots and cape to wear on tour. Your pick, player two. How about it?
Aloha, question number 9.
Okay, give it up for Come Aboard. Torture's waiting for you. Get it right, I'm handing over $2K. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Suppose the Love Boat's Captain Steubing got sick and tired of Gopher's antics and decided to keel haul him. How would Gopher be punished? Would he be forced to sit naked on the poop deck, made to walk the plank, dragged under the ship from side to side, or tied to the anchor? Player one. In order to keel haul Gopher, Captain Steubing would have to drag him back and forth underneath the ship. Hate, exciting, and new. Player one, hit me with the category. Hey, guess what? Now you can brag to all your friends that you've been part of a three-way. Okay, let me briefly explain here. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. If you buzz in when the correct member of the three-way is lit up, it's $1,000 in the bank. But look out, it'll cost you $1,000 every time you're wrong. And be careful, individual answers don't necessarily have anything to do with the three-way as a group. Alright, let's get this party rolling. This little three-way likes to call itself, those aren't pillows! And the comfy three-way for this one is planes, trains, and automobiles. Time to bust a move, good luck.
Oh, yes! 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 Woo!
that's all we got to show you. Now clean yourself up while we see how you did. Well, player 2, it wasn't the sun and the moon, but I wouldn't kick you out of bed for that performance. Not that I'm very picky. So let's check out the overall scores. Hug yourself, player 2. You pulled out ahead in this one. Nice going. Well, it's time to get back to the game. But, you will call me, right? Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round 2 treats you. Start off 1 screw apiece. Let me pull some out here. What the hell is that? Okay, here you go. One more thing, don't be afraid of those screws. You got them for a reason. If you want to force your partner there to answering the question, just buzz in, slap the S key. Got it? Now get in there and screw with abandon. Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be?
Don't look now. It's question 11.
For your enjoyment, minor characters in the major leagues. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Let's see how you handle this one. If the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team signed literary character the Artful Dodger, at which aspect of the game would he excel? Rushing off home plate, batting cleanup, stealing bases, or throwing strikes? Player 1, hit it. That's wrong, but a really bad guess. Player, take a shot. Batting cleanup? Well, you might want to think about getting yourself a designated hitter. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. The Artful Dodger is one of Fagin's crew of young thieves in Oliver Twist. He'd probably also be good at the pickoff and pinch hitting. Let's have a category, player 1. The selection is Webster would be proud, we think. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Well, look what we've got here. Today's a special treat. Today we've got a real celebrity in the studio to help host this question. Let's bring him in here, Raul, and tell him who we've got.
Yeah, okay. Today we've got Jeffrey Dincher, who has memorized the entire Webster's Third New International Dictionary.
Great. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Cookie.
How you doing? You excited?
Oh, yes. I'm enervated.
Ooh, that must hurt. So you've memorized the entire dictionary, huh?
Indubitably.
How long did that take you?
About 4 years.
Okay, well, let's see that question then.
Okay. Of these 4, which word's entry appears last in the dictionary? Is it proopic, propagate, proliferate, or propaganda?
All yours, player 1.
Propaganda? No, but that's just the kind of word the dictionary would have you believe is later.
Ball's in your court, player 2. Player 2.
Propagate, meaning to cause to continue or increase by natural reproduction. You know, like to have kids. It's the last entry of these 4 in the dictionary.
That was great, Jeff. That's some talent you've got.
Thanks, Cookie. Will you be my friend?
Sure, Jeff. But after the show, okay? All right, then. Well, we've all learned a new word, and I've got a new friend. Let's move on now.
Thanks, Cookie.
Yeah, bye. Bye, Jeff. There's the door. You have the honors, player 2. Well, looks like this category is magazines you keep under your bed. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Hear this? Let's see if you can guess what I'm holding in my hand. Hit your buzzer and type in your answer when you figure it out. It's a copy of a popular adolescent magazine known for its satire. That guy, Don... Go for it, player 1. This hurts you more than it hurts me. Player 2, it's yours if you want it. Every issue features a funny-looking guy on the cover. You know, the... Go for it. Oh, sure, there are other magazines that have takeoffs of movies and TV, and there are others that once featured the artwork of Don Martin, but only Cracked has that lovable custodian Sylvester P. Smythe. Or do you say Smith? Cracked is also the only magazine that hasn't tried to produce a really mediocre live TV show. Category time, player 2, it's your call. Open wide and get ready for...
Wunderbar, wir sind von Oz.
And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. So, did you know that L. Frank Baum was the author of the Oz books? Well, now you do. Based upon what Baum means in German, what part of the Wizard of Oz might have been inspired by his last name? The Yellow Brick Road, the Talking Trees, the Lollipop Guild, or Kansas? Player 2, Baum is German for tree. Which explains why Toto kept wanting to pee on him during the filming. I wonder what player 2's gonna pick. All right, player 2, you made the right choice, because it's time for you and only you to play Dis or Dat. The category for this Dis or Dat question is toys that replace oracles and fortune tellers. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's something on a Ouija board, something in a magic 8-ball, or both. As each thing comes up, if it's on a Ouija board, press 1. If it's something on a magic 8-ball, press 2. If it's both, press 3. And to skip, press 4. Each correct answer will net you $1,000, and I'll take $1,000 away for a wrong answer or for one you didn't get to. All right, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go in. Concentrate and ask again. Is it found on a Ouija board, magic 8-ball? 1. Goodbye. Most likely. Yes. Outlook good. This is it. No. That's all she wrote. You picked up 5. Not memorable, but not terrible. And there you have it. Let's plow ahead. Player 1, ante up. And this one is coffee, tea, or Steven Seagal. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? Okay, here's the pitch. Big commercial airline, innocent passengers, terrorists. And here's the catch. The flight attendant, Steven Seagal. In order to save them from the terrorists, Steven decides to throw the passengers out of the plane in mid-flight. If he were to try to rip open the emergency exit, what would happen? Everybody would be sucked out of the plane, their heads would burst like ripe melons, the plane would implode, or he wouldn't be able to open the door. Player 1, since the pressure inside of a plane is so great and airline emergency doors only open inward, no human, not even Steven, would be able to open it. Next time we'll discuss the effects of gravity on Steven's muscle tone. Player 1, give me category.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, crest on 17.
Well, what do we have here? Shazam, what I am. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Ready? Summon all your superpowers and hit your buzzer and type in the missing pieces from this comic book sequence when you know. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, blank, blank, Mercury. Nobody's going for it? Why so chicken, player 2? You've got cash to spare. Hey, audience, what do you think?
Don't be a wimp!
Your move, player 2. Type it in and hit return. Ooh, ouch. Player 1, what do you say? Player 1, it's all you. Type it. Too bad you didn't type this. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, Mercury. That's what Shazam stands for in the Captain Marvel comics. Good thing they let him say Shazam to transform into Captain Marvel. I mean, imagine what villainy could happen in the time it takes to say all those damn names. Player 1, tell me what's happening. This category is known as anything less than SPF 30 is inadvisable. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, here's the deal. While suntanning at the beach, you realize that you've neglected a few crucial pale spots. If you want to get some color on your perineum, what would you have to do to allow for direct sunlight from the noonday sun? Fold ears forward and tape to face, aim sun reflectors at the backs of knees, lie on stomach while clenching butt cheeks, or attempt a naked leg spread handstand. Player 1. The perineum, also known as the taint, is that special place between the genitals and the anus, so you'd have to do a handstand and then spread them. Just think, your bronze taint would be the envy of all other taints.
Hey there, never seen a taint like you before. Can I buy you a drink? No thanks, I'm in the middle of something.
Player 1, hit me with the category. Now serving Margaret Thatcher and the Motor Booty. How does $4,000 grab you? Listen up, you remember how Parliament changed their name to Parliament Funkadelic? Say George Clinton changed his band's name to that of Parliament's Upper House. What would Parliament Funkadelic now be known as? House of Lords Funkadelic, House of Representatives Funkadelic, House of Commons Funkadelic, or House of Flavors Funkadelic? All yours? No, the House of Commons is the lower house. Actually, I hear it's more like a trailer park. Make player. The upper house of Parliament is the House of Lords. I hear that after George Clinton saw the House of Lords and their wigs, he renamed them Brides of Funkenstein. Player 2, take your pick. Say hello to a man and his large utensil. Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Heads up, here it comes. If the characters portrayed in the painting American Gothic were about to enjoy a delicious snack using only the instruments shown in the picture, which of these could they do? Have a gigantic bowl of soup, butter a huge piece of toast, eat a large tossed salad, or slurp up a humongous milkshake? Player 1. The item being held in the picture is a pitchfork, perfect for a large tossed salad. And since the characters in the painting live on a farm, fresh bacon bits. Player 1, your choice. What are we doing? Gather round, friends. It's attack time, and I got a clue for you. It only sounds dirty. Yeah, I've used that line myself a few times. Well, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Player 2, you rocked, but let's not be a poor winner. I want you to take a hold of Player 1 by the shoulders, wipe away those tears, and say in a loud, clear voice, "You don't know." All right, that's one more in the